Okay, y'all. Just letting you guys try to find the link and check in. This is my first time doing this too, so we're all kind of in the same boat trying to figure it out. I don't even know where to look on the screen so that it doesn't look like I'm like looking around doing all whatever. So if you've popped on, say hello. That way I know you're there. Ooh, look at my gray hair shining in the sunlight. That's pretty. Oh, there's more of me. I need like to be taller. See if I can find a butt pad. Eating. Butt pad, pillow. Butt pad, pillow. Pillow. Ooh! Yay, Jasmine and Jennifer and Aurora figured it out. Yay! I know my excitement seems kind of weird about that, but again, never done this, flying by the seat of my pants. So, can you guys hear me okay? Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry, Jennifer. She getting tested? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Where are you at? Come here. Come on. Oh, good. Ugh. Yeah, I can't help the leg. Sorry about that. Right up. This is Nigel. Hey, look at the screen. There he is. Hi. This is Nigel. He's my terrier pug. Kind of happy that I'm home, kind of not. I imagine I'm like messing with his groove of what he does during the day. Hey, Kara, nice to see you. Aurora, you too. You want down? Okay. Whee! Yeah, Aurora, he's cute, but he's still 80% asshole. So, oh, sorry, there might be parents watching with you. I'm sorry. Hey, Kendi. It's a little quiet. Okay. Let's see if I can fix that. Is that any better? Having trouble hearing. This whole thing is depressing. Jasmine's eating breakfast. Way to go. 1 p.m. breakfast. Love it. Okay. Can you guys hear me any better? I tried to turn up the volume. Yeah, I figured. I believe we're probably going to be switching platforms. So, and it's going to lag, and I'm sorry. And hopefully, if we switch platforms, that will change. But I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I guess really hearing me is probably the most important part. So we'll go with that. Yay, Jennifer can hear now. Yay. All right. We'll give people a couple more minutes, see if Trinity and Gracie pop on or the Isabellas. Oh. Okay, well, Kara, I'm going to do the best that I can, and hopefully it won't log out too much. What's this button do? You don't know what that button does. That button turns off the mic, so that's bad. Okay. Trinity was having Schoology, but I think she should be here. Works on Rihanna's tablet just fine. Good. Well, we'll just make do as best as we can. Okay. Let's see if Trinity can pop on, and then I will go from there. Drinking the lovely Dr. Pepper today. Sounded good. Are you guys going a little stir crazy yet? It's only been 3 days. What? Fire. Awesome. You start working tomorrow? That's not good. Okay. So I have 10 things that we are going to cover. And look at that. I think it's probably backwards for you. I don't know. It's backwards for me, so I can't tell. First of all, I just wanted to say to you guys that I am really sorry that this is happening to you. I couldn't imagine my senior year ending up being basically quarantined in our houses for 6 to 8 weeks or maybe even longer. You guys are handling it in stride, and I really appreciate that. I'm proud of you for handling it in stride. Hopefully you guys aren't getting together and things, because that's not how you protect the herd. And that's basically what this closure is about, protecting the herd. So, because if you go out with your friends and one of them could be asymptomatic and you don't know, you could be asymptomatic and you don't know, and then you bring that into your parents, and your parents go see their parents and friends, and then it just becomes this whole big mess. And then it gets to people like me that this virus would probably kill. Okay, so just putting that out there. So I'm glad you guys are staying home. I hope you're staying home. If not, you're practicing social distancing, at least 6 feet apart, that you're not getting together, stuff like that. But I am very sorry this is happening to you guys. Sorry it's happening to me. I'd much rather be in the classroom. Okay, so there are some different things that are going on right now. One is there's a lot of changes being made in the AP Art and Design world. So they're going to have more starting on Friday when they've kind of figured it all out, because now it's pretty much the whole country is shutting down. So like the state of Kansas, they've just canceled school for the rest of the year. And New York is having kind of the same issue. They're all on lockdown. Nobody can leave. Nobody can do anything. So right now, AP is looking at shortening the art portfolio a little bit. They haven't officially claimed that they're going down to 10 pieces instead of 15 photos. But we'll see, hopefully more on Friday that'll happen. We have gotten an extension so that if we do go back to school at the end of April, we have until, I think it's May 23rd, to get everything uploaded and sent off. I don't know. We also qualified to have our tests at a later date. So like if you're doing AP Gov or whatever, instead of the first 2 weeks of May of testing, we're actually testing the last 2 weeks of May for regular AP staff. So hopefully that will all come to fruition. I don't know. Okay. I'll get to that in a minute, Rihanna. Rihanna asked, and I think you can see that, are they going to cancel school for the rest of the year for the rest of us? And that goes down to my point number 7, rumors and whispers. Okay, so what I'm hoping that you're doing with your portfolio right now is that you're still being artful. You're still working on your projects, just like if we were still at 15 images. If you think you're done with that part of your portfolio, that's awesome. Then you should be working on, if you haven't already, figuring out what your 5 pieces that we're going to be sending in will be. And if you have to create art, that's what you should be doing. Okay. I think that you guys are mostly in a good place. A few of you could use a few more pieces. Not because you don't necessarily have enough, but because I think you need some to choose from. Yeah, I think you need some to choose from. But most of you are doing pretty good. It doesn't hurt to have more art than you need. Okay. So definitely think about that. Just because you have, like 8 finished pieces, you may want to have a few more as backup, because I find that the stuff that you guys did like in October, November is not as strong as the stuff that you're doing now. Okay. Allison, are you about to graduate digitally? It's possible. Okay, I'll just throw that out there. Teachers are meeting in the whole district tomorrow at 9 a.m. We're doing this kind of live conferencing, and I don't know if it's per building or per district. Those were elementary kids, Isabel. But at 9 o'clock, we're either going into the building or we're video conferencing by this program called Zoom. And what Zoom allows you to do is for all of you to be live like me here, so we can see each other, we can hear each other. You can mute yourself so that you can't be heard. But it just gives a better video conferencing. It's kind of like Skype or FaceTime, but for 100 people. Okay, so that might be something that we switch to next time after I've experienced it tomorrow. So nothing like learning new technology on the fly. Okay. Another thing I wanted to share to you guys is how we teachers are feeling right now. So I belong to a text group that includes Mrs. Ainsley, Coyer, Sherry, Mueller, Taryn, myself, Cockle, and Hebe, and Mooring. And we are all just as filled with anxiety that you guys are. We are not clear on what our expectations are during this time for just regular classes. So we are trying our best not to be stressed out, not to be anxious, not to do any of those things. All of us are so used to being together that we're actually starting like a Zoom conference between all of us so we can see all of us. Because when you see each other every day and you talk to each other every day, and they've become part of your tribe, you kind of need to see them. And we're all kind of freaking out. It's just what it is. There's so much uncertainty, and it's not even our district. So it's the state and their expectations. The governor comes on every day and gives something new. So like, you guys know you can't go to restaurants, but you can still get takeout and to go, and you can still do fast food drive-throughs, but you can't go in the restaurant. And there's no bread on the shelves, in the supermarkets, or toilet paper gets loaded in at 6 a.m., but it's all gone by 6:30 a.m. And I don't know what people are doing with all the toilet paper. Hopefully they're making wedding gowns or something. I don't know. Okay, so it's just crazy town. Okay, and we're all flying by the seat of our pants. We've never done this before. I hope to never have to do it again. Just be patient, just go with the flow. No, I love you guys. We're going to get through this. Okay. Something that I heard, because I know some of you were thinking about getting together and watching movies together, which you should not be doing, getting together. But according to Facebook, not that I believe everything I read on Facebook, Netflix has this new thing called Netflix Party, where we totally just threw up. Sorry. Where you can get together with your friends through Facebook and watch the same thing and are able, I believe, to have like audio with that. It's kind of weird. I don't know. So, check into that, because I know you guys want to see and hear each other, so maybe that would be a good way to do it. I don't know. All right, some rumors and whispers. Some rumors and whispers. So I listened to an interview on the radio. I'll say yesterday. I don't really know. It could have been Monday, where the state superintendent of public instruction said something to the effect of, we don't believe that the peak of this virus will hit until pretty much will hit until May, June, which is why there are states that are just closing down their schools. He even said that according to the CDC and the World Health Organization, that this could even go into the fall. So classes may start digitally in the fall. Can you even imagine? And it's just, imagine, no, we're not all dying, Jennifer. Don't go there. That's no. Anyway, so that's one of the rumors that I heard, even though it was on the radio, said by the guy that's in charge of canceling school and all that. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Let's just give it until April. Everything is changing so quickly on a daily basis. Like every time I turn on the TV, it's something new. There's some new press conference. It's crazy town. So that's a good question, Isabel, is what will happen with AP tests if it goes into the fall? Obviously, well, not obviously, they could still have AP tests and just AP students come in to take those tests if we are not in school. So I don't know. My screen is doing weird stuff. So I don't know what that means per se. So I don't know. I know AP is talking about figuring out a way to still get you guys credit for taking college level courses without finishing college level courses. I don't know. In Wyoming, the schools are already closed. I don't know. They're on spring break this week. I know that part. Okay. The next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to Kara. So for some of you who may not know, poor Kara, our daffodil princess, has basically had her daffodil experience just in shambles. And I'm so sorry, Kara, that you guys have lost the parade and all of that kind of stuff. And I feel horrible for you because it's not the daffodil experience that anybody should have. And when I heard and I was talking to Hebe about it, and my heart goes out to you, Kara. It really does. So, because you're just not getting the experience that you were owed and that you won, and I'm really sorry about that. So, I'm gonna start to cry because for me, being home has been really emotional because I am an at-risk group, as you guys know. And so none of my family can come over. I have to go to stores during their seniors, pregnant ladies, and immune compromised people shopping hours. And I've been taking part in like food delivery and stuff like that. Because I can't expose the risk. I can't go into any district building. I have a note from my doctor that says, no way. She can't come in no matter what you do. You have to have her working from home. Stupid. So I'm usually the queen of social distancing. I'm not a hugger. I'm not, whatever. I'm used to being in my house by myself with just the dog. But when you're forced to do it, it's a little different. I'm glad you guys are healthy, so that makes me happy. But it does make me a little sad. Although I have been cleaning my house, although you can't tell from the shelf behind me, because that's just like where I stash all the mail shelf right there. But if you could see a video of what I took of my kitchen before I cleaned it and the craft room and all that kind of stuff, then you would know that I've made great strides in this house. Because my anxiety and depression pretty much just says F you whenever I walk in the door, and things just go to pot. Whew. Okay, so do you guys have any questions pretty much about anything that I can answer for you, or at least write down and ask during our staff meeting tomorrow morning? And it's okay if you don't. You can always message me later too. How do you want it to turn in R11? Okay, so if you are still turning in work, so like your SI11, you can just do that on Class Notebook and stuff, and that way I can see it, because I can see Class Notebook from here, which is good. Allison asked, do you want us to just continue making art as usual? And the answer is yes, I do. I want you to have as many pieces to choose from as we possibly can have, because it's better to have more than not enough. Okay. And if there's anything you want me to see or anything that you want me to comment to, let me know that too. Yes, Aurora, if I put it in the gradebook, you can send pictures through Schoology. That is true. I've been having some issues with the Schoology gradebook right now, and I think it's because they're trying to sync everything and pull for our IPRs. But as soon as that happens, I will let you know. Jasmine, we will use if Zoom works out and I like it better than this, which I probably will, because it's really kind of made more for what we're doing, then I will let you guys know. I'll text you guys, because I have to email out the join link, I think, for each time. So it's not like the link doesn't stay the same every time, and it's like a weird access code, but I have to learn how to do it. I know Coyer did it with some of her journalism class, I think. So I'll be talking to her and finding out how she liked it and stuff today. I just know that she tested it out. But it's called Zoom, Zoom. And so I will, when we get it figured out, I will let you guys know. I've heard that teachers can't technically assign work to students or something. Okay. So good question, Isabel. So yes, according to the state, unless it's an AP class, we cannot give you new work to do, but we can give you work that is review, is reinforces learning, but we cannot assess it for a grade, which means it's optional. So, sorry. Anytime you tell me I can't grade something, why would I assign it? For AP, it's different. For my drawing classes, I've assigned like sketchbook prompts basically, and so they are either doing them or not doing them. I don't know. I do not know how grades are going to work. That will be something that we will talk about probably tomorrow or in the future when we have our staff meeting tomorrow, because I'm sure that is on a lot of teachers' minds also. I'm just writing down how grades are going to work. So if nobody brings it up, I do. Let's see. How long we know? Okay. So Rihanna's question is, how long until we know? No idea. I imagine that it would come after spring break. So I will ask. Like I said, that's still kind of part of the rumor mill part of this whole thing. So I don't know if the district has thought about that, but I imagine the decision wouldn't be made until April by the director of OSPI and the governor. I don't know. Are the due dates for the pieces the same? I'm going to go with yes at this point, just to keep you guys on track. Because if I just say, nah, just bring everything back in when you come in April, that means that, you know, when you come in April 27th, you'll start them on like the 23rd or whatever. And I want like full-time art that you've spent time on, not just 4-day art. Let's see. Claire has also been using an app called Band where we can all chat, post updates and stuff. I'll ask her about that, Isabel, because, you know, we share things all the time, techniques, things that work, things that don't work. So we'll kind of figure that out. Okay, Allison's used Band before. Who? Is this live stream just once a week? Yes. It is going to be just once a week. And that's because all of the other AP classes also have like a day and time. And so if you have 4 AP classes, you could be watching 2 or 3 a day. And I don't know what White is doing. He's kind of the odd one out, the one that wants to conference the most. I think we only need to conference once a week. The good thing about it is if we move to the Zoom platform and you can see me, like I would then be able to see you. You would be able to like share your artwork with all of us, which would be kind of cool so that we can all see what everybody's working on. Let's see. If teachers can't really grade stuff, those who are failing classes, will they still be able to graduate if we don't get to finish the year? That is a good question, Aurora. I imagine. So I don't know, but I will ask because that is a really good question. Obviously, No, not obviously. That's making a very huge assumption. I would think that there would be a way for you to then pass those classes, whether they assign you an ingenuity class or something like that, because that's something that you can do from home. I will ask that of our on-time graduation specialist, Mrs. Reed. Here's the thing, is we probably won't have all the answers tomorrow. I'm sure that Senate is going to be making a list of questions. These will be the same questions that every high school principal in the district will probably get from their staff. And so then those will have to go down to the district to see if they've even thought about those. Yeah. I hate not knowing the answer. So, but I just don't have that information yet. But as soon as I have it, I will give it to you. I am not one of those people that sits on information that's pertinent to others. That's not who I am. And I think you guys know that. You guys know that I would never lie to you about something or tell you something that's untrue. All I can say is that I will ask, but I don't know for now. I hope you still get prom and graduation too, Rihanna. So prom is like June 5th and graduation is the week after. So if we come back at the end of April, no problem. If we're not back and school is out, there's nothing we can do about that because we're trying to control a pandemic. So I hurt for you guys. I really do. Yeah, I really care about you guys in graduation too. I know it's just a ceremony and all that kind of stuff, but you've earned it. You've earned that walk in the fairgrounds. I agree. So, fingers crossed, people. That's all we can do right now. Do you know if they canceled standardized testing? I know that SAT for right now is canceled. The SBAC is canceled. So you don't have to do that. And that's all I know. I know state testing definitely is down the drain. I don't know. I know like this month's SAT has been canceled. I don't know. I imagine if there were any April dates, those are canceled. And then we'll just have to go from there as far as like the SAT, ACT. So, and I don't know if anybody's made that decision. SAT, ACT is run by College Board. They're changing stuff every day. Okay. All right. This has been good. I will take your questions tomorrow on our Zoom conference and see if anybody knows anything. If you guys need me for any reason, you can always text. I don't actually have the notifications of the. Let me tell you, those people can text and they forget what time it is. So just putting that out there. All right. Anything else for the good of the order? I miss seeing you guys every day. I hope you guys are staying safe. If you have to work, I hope that you guys are practicing good hygiene, washing your hands, using that hand sanitizer, wearing gloves if you can, like if you work at the grocery store, do that, staying at least 6 feet away from people. You missed school for once. All right. So my battery is now running low, so it is time for me to go. I will talk to you guys in some format next week or on the message stuff chat, and I will talk to you later, okay? You guys have a great day. Try to sit outside in the sun. Don't just stay in daylight. I'll see you guys next week. I love you. Bye.